Well, hello Flo and congratulations, this is your new car. Let's take off the cover and see what we've got underneath. The new Golf R. Look at that LED light in the front. When I told you about that sort of like coming out at night, it's incredible. What an amazing looking car. It's all yours. All right, let's get into some of the aspects of this car before we hand it over to you tomorrow. One, it's the R pedigree. This is the top of the line. It's got everything four-wheel drive, one of the fastest little rockets on the market, and of course, it's the premier model for Volkswagen, and it's just arrived here in New Zealand in black. Now it's stunning. It's going to come with 2 keys, as you can see here. I mentioned to you earlier on today, proximity key. As long as I've got the key on me, I can lock and unlock the car just by pulling the door or just locking it away. And as I do that, the mirrors fold up, as you can see. Put my hand on the inside and then I've unlocked the car. So I don't have to pull the key out. And as you can see, a couple of things are happening. As I did that, the seat starts to move back. Now, of course, I know you've both driven this, so well, Joel drove it around and you were the passenger. But first things first, on the driver's side door, we've got our all of our window ups and downs, and of course then our mirrors left and right, and then there's even heated mirrors in there for those cooler green height mornings. I can fold the mirrors back in if I want to, just by folding that, and then of course I've got access to everything. You will note that in the evening, and when I turn the car on, there will be ambient light all the way through here, but we'll come back to that in a minute. Right, so getting into the rear doors, I need to double click to undo that. And then once we get into the back, I'll give you a bit of an idea of what it looks like from behind. So again, getting back into that wonderful piping, blue stitching, the blue finish carries on right through the car and all the way down, even down into the lighting, such as little lights that are underneath the in your parcel area also change colours. Interestingly enough, Volkswagen did something quite clever, and they made little cell phone slots in the back seats, and also room there for other bits and pieces. Now, on top of all of that, then we've got a drinks tray in here, and then we've got some charging jacks just down the bottom there. High-speed charging jacks if you happen to have some backseat drivers who want to charge their phones. Now, of course, to release the rear seats, all you're doing is pulling that forward, releasing that, and they fold right down. By the way, thank you for buying a car from us, and in this parcel here, in this gift box, you'll find something special from us, so please enjoy. As we go through here, next thing we want to look at is what fuel we're going to be running in this car, and in this particular case it's going to be 98 or 95 at a minimum. All right, some places outside of Auckland only have 95, but it's acceptable in this car. Right, of course we're looking at some pretty amazing wheels on this car, very distinctive, and especially again following through with the R logos on each different angle. You'll find it all right across the car, including the front seat embroidered into the back. The sunroof, again, easy to access and easy to use, and then from behind it's a really nice piece of artwork with the R logo right in the middle. I open the boot up by channeling that, and then all of a sudden I've got capacity and room. So I'll look inside here. The first thing I look at on my right hand side, this is your air pump up kit. Now in the event that the car, you happen to get a flat tyre and you're stuck out in the country somewhere, there's an inflation kit that will actually seal the tyre from the hole until you get to somewhere where you're going to find someone who can replace the tyre. There's also a first aid kit inside here, and then just inside this bag is the jack. Now, comes with a 7-year warranty and 7-year roadside, 5-year warranty and 5-year roadside assist. And the reason for that is because if you happen to be stuck somewhere, you won't find a spare tyre. This is the subwoofer, because it's got an upgraded sound system in the first edition, a Harman Kardon sound system, which you'll absolutely love if you enjoy your music like I do. There's a little triangle up here that you can use if in the event you need it and you happen to be on a road somewhere. Remember, call the 0800 Volkswagen number and you will be assisted straight away. Inside here you'll also see lights inside all of the handles, and of course you'll see again in the back seats plenty of room. Now, unlike the driver's side, the passenger side has manual controls over the seat, so you'll have to wind those back and forth. Again, we're following with the blue piping right into the mats with the R branding. It's a very, very classy car. Inside here you'll also find on the left-hand driver's side there's a little high-vis jacket in the event that you happen to be out trying to save the world or saving someone else, because it won't be you in a car like this. If you go into the glove box, you'll find all the information you need around roadside assist and also the information on the car itself, just in case you need it. Now, I am noticing that the colours are changing inside the car, or changed, so we'll have a look at that anytime soon. But in the meantime, let's have a look. We've got a compartment here that we can store something in, and then of course a 12-volt charger there, and then just underneath here we can use, depending on your phone, you can actually charge your phone wirelessly without using a cord. That can sit in there too. Just remember, the kind of case that you have on the back of your phone may dictate if that works or doesn't work. Now, if I push this little button here, the cup holder then opens up and dispenses also. All right, it's got a little notch in there that says put your keys here, and there's a good place for the phone while it's sitting there next to this little tiny knob. It's got park, neutral and drive. All right, so amazing car all around. We've done the passenger side. Let's get back round to the front of the car. Let's follow it around. Let's get into the inside and see what else we can find. Right. Adjustable seats, electric on this side. On your right hand side up here, you'll find on the dash, you'll find modes for lighting and also modes for your windows, front and rear. I've got it on auto at the moment, so as soon as you turn the car on, the front headlights come on. Now I'm going to jump into the car with a view that I'm going to start it next. But the first thing you'll see up here on the dashboard is the car itself saying hello. Someone's entered the car, give me some information, and this information is going to be let's start it. So I've turned on the car right now. We're in park mode. I can put it into drive mode once I engage the car to start, and now the car's started, and then I can go through my modes, and I've got it in race mode at the moment. Now immediately the tone of the car changes, and of course I've got all the power I need out of 4 wheels on the right hand side. Now I'm not going to try and complicate too many things for you, because of course I've gone through the simple side, but on the right hand side here I can change the view, and then all of a sudden now I've got different access to that screen, and I can change what that looks like just by going through what I call this on my library and moving through the car, so I can see things that I might prefer up on the screen. So in this particular case, that one's actually quite a cool look, but this is my preference. It's actually on the right hand side. We've got the kilowatts, we've got the revs, we've got the kilometers, and then on the left hand side we've got all of that through. And then of course if I change the gears and I stick it into sport mode, I stick it into neutral, I stick it into reverse for instance, all of a sudden my camera comes up, and as I turn the car in any direction, it's going to take me through everything. It will give me a direction in which I should follow. Now I can make some changes to that, and I can have a look inside here and look further, but I'm going to put it into park, and as I put it into park it shuts everything down on there, and then I can turn the car off if I want to. I'm not going to do that for now. I'm going to go into my menu, and I'm going to start looking around at different parts of the car, which are aspects of the car which are important. First things first, you're going to set the car up to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, and all you do is basically click on that once your phone's connected to your Bluetooth. So first things first, go in here, look for your Bluetooth. You'll be looking for 7121. And then that's all set up. Then you can come out of there. Remember, this one's your menu one on the right. You can come out of there and you can go into Apple Connect or App Connect, and then it takes you through various options for you to go wirelessly into your favorite apps. Now, I personally have a bunch of really cool apps on my iPhone, and I want to have those up on the screen, and when I do that, all my great apps come up, including things like some electric apps for my electric car that I'm driving, things like some of my music apps. They'll come up and it's easy. All my information, all my contacts are in there as well. And then I've got my background lighting. Now I can change this. So as I said to you before, we've got blue lighting up here now, and that would be called Desire, but I'm going to put Euphoria on here next, and all of a sudden the dash changes. But it also changes all the way around here on the car and all the way through, so it follows through. If I want to have Vitality, it's going to go yellow, as you can see there, and I'm going to know that because my dash has changed into yellow. So you've got options here just by scrolling through. You can be individual, you can have Eternity. In this particular case, we'll keep it on Desire because Desire is the blue color of the brand, and that'll keep that all sort of in its place for now. So again, relatively easy to get to. All you're doing is hitting menu, you're going through background lighting, and then you can go into other things. Now, as I scroll through here, I've got my home page. This is going to give me access to my radio, my vehicle, my telephone, and give me directions on how to get home. Now, once my Apple app Play comes up, or Apple CarPlay comes up, that's going to change altogether, but it'll also give me access to all of my favorite apps, including my Google Maps. Right, again, I'm trying not to confuse you too much, but generally everything's relatively easy to work. You can go through and pick a radio station, for instance, and let's say cruise, and I can operate the volume from up here on the steering wheel, which is all touch, or I can operate it from up here where this is the master. All right, so relatively simple. Now what I've just done is I've gone through some of the assisted safety measures in here, where I push this and all of a sudden I can get up on the screen a number of different safety features, including distance between the car in front of me, or my Apple lane, my lane assist, side assist, driver alerts. I might set that up for the nearest coffee place, my active cruise control. And again, don't get too complicated on it. It's relatively simple, but it's one of those things that you'll just have to play with as you go along. Last distance selected was medium, and again, please call me if you've got any questions. Front assist, autonomous braking, do you recommend deactivating? I'm going to say no. Autonomous braking is really kind of helpful for those people that are zipping around on electric scooters and things at the moment. You want to be able to know that they're coming, and you don't know because they're coming so quickly. If the car senses it, because it's got sensors all the way around the car, it will actually pick up on that and then lock the brakes before something bad happens. All right, now it's Thursday at 5 on the 5th at about 5:30. I'll keep moving along and we'll just get into here real quick. Let's get into, say, the temperature on the car. Now you can see there's a couple of seats here, and now we've got two things in this car. On a summer's day, you can put, on winter's day, you can put the heat on. On a winter's day, you can have a cool fan coming through the seats to cool you off. Now you can make changes to putting the cool air on your feet, on your hands, bit of both, or just fresh air coming in. Up to you. You've got access to all of this here. You've also got rear controls, so you can change it to rear and front. I'm going to turn that off, and as I keep hitting it, it starts losing those little dots, so it starts disappearing, and all of a sudden I've got, okay, full control over the car. Right, I can operate that from here by pushing the temperature up or pulling the temperature down. If I want to sync it, I push the pressure up on one side, it's syncing on the left hand side as well. All right. Okay, so we've got climate control. We can do just by pushing climate. We can bring all of that up by pushing mode control. I can take it into a drift, which we won't be doing. Race mode, sport mode. You'll probably find yourself in comfort or sport mode most of the time. The car will always start in sport mode. So you'll have, again, full control over the car. It will give you a bit of a rush because, as I said, the car is designed to have maximum safety in mind and give you all the ability to be drive the car. If you want to drive the car quickly, you can. If you want to drive the car moderately, the system's in place there for you to do that also. Right, let's get down to the steering wheel, because as I said to you before, this is my library. You've got a nice little button here which is for a heated steering wheel. Again, colder mornings, it'd be perfect for zipping around in. Library, I can make some changes here. I want to go through torque meters. I can scroll up and down if I want to. As I do that, you can see all this stuff coming up. I'm going to leave it as it is for now. You're going to learn the car and you're going to ask me any questions if you need them. All right. Now I can go through here if I want to. I'm going to leave that as it is also, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of your cruise control features. So cruise control, and then of course distance control between the car and front, just by going up and down. So when I want to put my cruise control on, I push set. I want to reset, I pull that off, and then if I want some distance control between me and the car in front, I'm going up and down through here. You may have had it in the Polo, I'm not too sure. Right. One of the last little buttons in here, which is easy access, is if you find yourself you need to pass somebody, just push R mode and then it'll go into race mode, and all of a sudden the car lights up and you'll have the ability to move around very, very quickly, and then you can go back to hitting mode again and going back into sport mode. So that's just basically an on for power and off for off. All right. Okay, so we've got shifters on the right hand side, shifting up a gear and then shifting down a gear. We've got our wipers on the right hand side and our lights on the left. All right, and so that will help set you up. Now for the steering wheel, that's up and down and in and out. So easy for you to find your perfect spot, and easy for you to make those changes. All of your fans are all down here, nicely placed. I really love the new finish. Certainly has made a massive difference to the car. And then of course there's a heads up screen. So let's go looking for that now. Let's get out of there. Let's go back into the menu. Oops, let's get out of there altogether. Go into here. All right, vehicle. Now vehicle will give us a whole lot of information on service, tyre pressures, a whole lot. But we want to have a look at a couple of other things. So mirrors, headlights, we can make changes to all of that. I wouldn't touch any of that for now. I'll probably just consider what I'm going to do next as far as operating the car and then keeping with that. Oh, by the way, what I was going to say is your start stops down here. When you want to turn the car off, you can turn it off here. If you want to park the car, once you've turned the engine off, just put P for park, the whole car will lock down. All right. Hey, listen, again, thank you guys. You're a VIP customer with us. I'm here to look after you guys. If you've got any questions at all, please give me a call. This is an amazing car, so congratulations. I really hope you enjoy it. Give me a call if you've got any questions. Other than that, I'll see you in the very near future. We'll be handing over the car to you soon. Thanks very much. Cheers, bye.